All right, welcome back everybody to a brand new video here on the second channel. And today we're going to be looking at the return of the Mega Evolutions to the Pokemon TCG. Pokemon just put out a video showing off the two new Mega Evolutions we're going to be getting in 2025. But this is causing a little bit of an uproar because the Mega Evolutions happen to be worth 3 prize cards, much like the VMAX cards are worth 3 prizes. And this has some people pretty upset. I've already seen a lot of outrage on Twitter already about the return of Mega Evolutions, so we're going to watch this video here Pokemon put out for Pokemon Day, and we're going to look at the Mega Evolutions and see what they do. There's 3 new cards that got revealed, 2 new Megas, and then also a new item card, and we're going to talk about potentially whether or not this is going to be good for the game to have 3 prizers back in a big way like this, because Megas are actually a bit different from what we've seen so far. They're a little bit different than how they were before in the X and Y era of the Pokemon TCG. And if you're new here to the second channel, make sure to subscribe down below. We're on the road to 22k subs. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of these Mega Evolutions being worth 3 prizes? What do you think of the Mega Evolutions returning and how they've designed them going forward here in the comment section below? I'm interested to hear all of that. Because we do have 3 prizers in the format right now in the form of VMAXs, but VMAXs aren't really playable at the moment. The few VMAXs we have right now are not really that good ever since Mew rotated, which is interesting. So Pokemon put out this video here. We get to see the reveal of 2 new cards. As you can see, we're going to get the reveal of, wait for it, the EX, Mega EX, wait for it, Mega Lucario. So we already got a Mega Lucario already a while back. So they're giving us another Mega Lucario, which we did have already in Furious, and we're getting a Mega Gardevoir. We've already had Mega Gardevoir and Mega Lucario, so they are bringing back these 2 Mega Evolutions. I don't know if that means we're going to get new Mega Evolutions. It's actually interesting they're bringing back both Lucario and Gardevoir, considering, again, we've already had cards of these. Obviously, they're new cards, but that, I don't know, are we getting more new Megas, like different Pokemon? Are they going to get Mega Evolutions? Is going to be the question. But the Mega Lucario we had back in the day wasn't very good. The Mega Gardevoirs were both decent. The one that was dual type was pretty busted. So, taking a look here at the Mega Evolutions, we have the Mega Lucario here, which, looking at it, it does have 340 HP. The big takeaway, though, is that it's a Stage 1 that evolves from Riolu. So, before, Mega Evolutions would evolve from their basic EX. So, if you had a Lucario EX in play, you could Mega Evolve it into Mega Lucario. If you did that, though, your turn would end unless you had a Spirit Link on it. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case this time around. It looks like these Mega Evolutions just kind of evolve from the basic form of the Pokemon. I mean, obviously, we do have a couple of Lucario EXs in the format, but they are Stage 1s. There's no basic EXs that are evolved Pokemon, right? Lucario EX we have in the format is a Stage 1, and the Gardevoir EX we have is a Stage 2. So that would make this technically like a Stage 2/Stage 3 evolution line. But no, Pokemon decided that they will just evolve from their basic evolution here. The Riolu, which is kind of insane. Going from a 70 HP Riolu into a 340 HP Lucario is kind of bonkers. I'm not going to lie. That is insane. I don't know what the heck's going on there. But yeah, the big takeaway, when you Mega Evolve, your opponent takes 3 prizes when they knock you out. Yes, these Pokemon are gigantic, and they're going to unfortunately be worth 3 prizes. So yeah, let's read up on Lucario, obviously, here. So it's got 2 attacks, and both of which are pretty good. The first attack, Aura Jab, for 1, Fighting Energy, does 130 damage, attached up to 3 basic Fight Energy cards from your discard pile to your bench Pokemon in any way you like. That's really good. I will say this, even though Mega Lucario seems to be extremely powerful and really power crept, it actually does give fighting Pokemon a good amount of support right now. Fighting is one of the weaker types in the TCG at the moment. There isn't really that many good fighting type Pokemon in the format right now. So it is nice to at least have one Pokemon that's a fighting type, maybe revive the archetype a little bit. That's a pretty strong attack. And then, of course, you have Mega Brave, which does 270 damage during your next turn. It can't use Mega Brave. So that's pretty good. I mean, that first attack is ridiculous. The second attack is also good, does a lot of damage. I will say this, obviously, 270 won't knock out other Mega Evolutions, so we'll have to see if, like, the Mega Evolution War is going to be a thing or not. Now, keep in mind, while you are worth 3 prizes, there are a decent amount of Pokemon in the format right now that can deal with Lucario. Keep in mind, Lucario is also weak to Psychic, so any Psychic Pokemon in the format can easily deal with Lucario in one hit if they can obviously do 340 damage really easily. So, Gardevoir EX could easily blow up a Lucario with a Drifloon, take 3 prizes. So there is a little bit of balance there, I want to say, with Lucario being weak to Psychic. But yeah, 340 HP from a basic with 7 HP to stage 1 is kind of insane. It doesn't look like there's any drawback to evolving Riolu into Lucario. And it does a lot of damage, and it's got a lot of support behind it. Also, there is a lot of one-hit KO attackers in the format, like Shempao, Roaring Moon EX, Raging Bolt, Goldengo. Those are all Pokemon that actually can be pretty good against Megas because they kind of just one-hit KO the Mega Evolutions really easily. But yeah, let's take a look at Mega Gardevoir now. Now, Mega Gardevoir has even more HP than Lucario. This thing's got 360 HP. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. This Pokemon is even tankier than Lucario. That's honestly wild. 360 HP is a lot. Gardevoir is weak to Dark, so that's not like the worst weakness to have. I mean, there are a lot of good Dark types in the format right now, but keep in mind when this card does come out, cards like Dark Patch will be rotating out. So it does have 2 attacks. You got Overflowing Wishes for 1 psychic energy. For each of your benched Pokemon, search your deck for a basic psychic energy, attach it to that Pokemon. Not a bad first attack. I mean, getting a lot of basic energy in play on your Pokemon is pretty good. And then you have Mega Symphonia that, for 1 psychic energy, does 50 damage for each psychic energy on all of your Pokemon. So Mega Gardevoir it looks like a stage 2. So it looks like instead of evolving your Kirlia into a Gardevoir EX with Psychic Embrace, you then evolve it into a Mega Gardevoir EX instead. Now, keep in mind, this card actually is pretty good with Gardevoir EX already, so if you want to play Mega Guardi, it looks like you just played with the normal Gardevoir EX. Use normal Gardevoir, you put a ton of energy cards into play, and then you hit really hard with Mega Symphonia. Is this going to be better than, like, playing it with, like, Drifloon and stuff, and Fluttermane and Monkey Dory Screamtail combo package stuff? I don't know, because keep in mind, you do have to get 2 Stage 2s in play, but also keep in mind that the Gardevoir engine is going to be a lot different in the rotation because it is losing Refinement Kirlia. So when this card does come out, it will not have access to Refinement, which is pretty good. This card would have been pretty busted, I feel like, if it existed in the same format as Refinement Kirlia. So thankfully, that's going to be gone, I guess, by the time this comes out. But we'll have to see if this card is good within Gardevoir EX. That's probably the best way to play it. All right, so those are the 2 Megas revealed, Lucario and Gardevoir. Both Pokemon do look pretty powerful. They both look like they're going to be good. Lucario might be the better of the 2, but we'll have to see on that one. And then finally, we got a new item card here, Premium Power Pro. During this turn, attacks used by your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active. This is an Electro Power reprint, but for fighting Pokemon instead. Electro Power was one of the strongest item cards from the Sun and Moon era because it was really good. It basically let your lightning Pokemon do 30 more damage. And back in the day, stuff like Pikachu and Zekrom Tag Team GX and the baby Zapdos really liked having this card in the format. And it looks like their Pokemon are trying to make fighting Pokemon relevant, which is nice. I mean, it's cool that they're doing that. This card being around in the same format, though, as the Mega Lucario, though, is a little scary. Mega Lucario looks like it's going to be a giant threat. I mean, I mentioned earlier how Mega Brave doesn't one-shot the Mega Evolutions in return. Well, actually, if you play a couple of those Premium Fighting Pros, I mean, never mind, you're doing, like, enough to one-shot a lot of stuff pretty easily, which is honestly kind of scary. So it is interesting to see this card come back in this way, the Electro Power, soft reprint. We'll have to see what other Pokemon this is good with. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any other fighting Pokemon, but, there's fighting Pokemon in the format that might like playing in this card. This is a nice card to have. But the Mega Lucario definitely is going to be a big thing. And those are all the 3 Megas revealed. Like I said, they are going to be worth 3 prizes. Now, this means that we're going to have a format where we're going to have 3 prizers and 2 prizers existing at the same time. We do already have that right now. Again, there are VMAXs in our format. The problem is most of the VMAXs right now in our current standard format are pretty bad. Like, they don't see any competitive play whatsoever. So technically, we're in a 2-prize format right now at most. But when these Megas come out, and I'm sure we're going to get more Megas, obviously. We're not just going to get Lucario and Gardevoir. The more Mega Evolutions we get, the more 3-prize Pokemon are going to see play within the format, which is a big deal. So this is definitely kind of big. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of 3-prizers because they're so beefy. The power creep is real on those cards. On top of the fact, you knock them out, you take half of your prizes, which is insane. I mean, imagine knocking out a Mega Evolution with, like, a Briar combo. All of a sudden, Briar knockout takes you, like, 4 prizes, which is insanity. So there's a lot of really wacky things Megas are going to cause to the game. Again, I don't know if it's good that they're bringing back 3 prizers like this, especially when they're so power crept. Like, a Riolu evolving into a 304 HP Lucario is insane. I'm not too sure if there's going to be a caveat to evolving a Mega Evolution. We haven't really seen what they're going to be like in the video games yet. But like I said, it's kind of crazy that a Riolu can turn into a 340 HP Lucario that does so much damn damage. That seems kind of crazy to me. So yeah, we'll see on this one. Megas returning is cool, but again, them being worth 3 prizes might be a little scary. What do you think of 3 prizes returning to the TCG? Do you think 3 prizes are good or bad for the game? Do you think these megas could ruin the game? Because we're obviously, again, we're going to get more mega evolutions. And like I said, the more megas we get, the more competitive play they're going to see, meaning more of the meta is going to be revolving around 3 prize Pokemon. And maybe even cards like Charizard EX and Dragapult are going to get power crept out of the game. We'll have to see on that one, depending on what other megas get printed. But let me know what you think of them down below. Leave a link to Pokebeach down below if you want to go check out the megas for yourself. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on another video here very soon. Maybe we'll get more card reveals later tonight with the Team Rocket cards. But yeah, for now, peace out.